Okay, so we have talked in the past about cracking the booking code,
Mhm.
but what is it? What is the booking code and why do we need to crack it? Why is it such an important part of our wedding business growth? Well, I had to bring in the expert for this one. Nick is really, really good at helping wedding business owners how to understand what the booking code looks like for their wedding business, helping to understand why we need to crack it, how to crack it, and then using it to our advantage. So,
Right.
I'm going to talk with him a little bit today so that way you guys can get all this good information. And I just want to remind you guys that this code that we're talking about today is exactly what we are going to be covering in our Booked and Busy training, which kicks off 1 week from yesterday. This coming Monday, December 13th at 11 a.m. Eastern, we are going to be doing the Booked and Busy training where we are going in depth on this training that we're talking about today. So as you listen to this, start thinking about like questions you might have about this and then bring it to the training. And if you have not registered for it, make sure you click on the links that are shared in the group here. We have all the information listed for you, even calendar invites that Teresa set up, which was amazing.
Good job, Teresa.
Yes. So we have all of these things that are ready for you, but we wanted to give you kind of a really good foundation so that way you're like ready to rock and ready to come with your questions, because since these are live, if you were able to join us live, you can bring these questions, we will answer them. And even if you can't watch it live, that's okay. They will be available for replay, but only for a very short time. So make sure you get in there, make sure you're registered and have all the information you need. Okay. So
Yep.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, Nick, what is the booking code?
Well, let's talk about why first.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just today I was on a call, and it happens over and over again that people are where they're at. You guys are doing your thing, and what we're trying, the most common question I get is, what do I do next? Like, where do we get stuck? So we developed the cracking the booking code for Book More Brides, and basically, in a nutshell, let's just say you have to be able to bring people in effectively, because if you don't bring them in, you don't have any leads. When they get to you, they have to like what they see. That could be your website, your social presence, the way it looks, and the way the words are on it. And then you have to be able to effectively close them, because so many people bring in leads, they get them on their websites, but they don't know how to actually turn that conversation from like they already got on the phone with you, they're ready to go, but be able to turn that into a sale. And if you're not getting them on the phone, there's some great stuff to get them onto a call with you.
Okay. So let's take this step by step, because like I said, we're going to be talking about this in depth during our training, the Booked and Busy training starting next week. So we won't go too in depth, because that's what that time is for. Yeah. But so let's go step by step. So the first thing you said is we have to bring them in, right? So what does that mean?
Well, we're going to talk about this next week more in depth, but basically, I mean, we have to go to where the couples are at. You also first have to know who are the right couples you're going for.
Yes.
So many people say like, oh, they're broke couples or whatnot. And we joke that like, there's no magic, like, rich brides or couples that are ready to buy right now button. Like that's part of the deal. But there is, if you set it up effectively, if you work on the wording, if you work on the feel. So bringing people in, but also knowing where to bring them in. We just, in our Growth Academy, just had a wonderful talk yesterday, but from one of our own students who's like really, doing great now. And she's all these different ways that we're all using to bring people in. And you know what? You don't know what you don't know. So that's part of the bringing it in, from ads to SEO to all these different channels. So
okay, so it's knowing the right ways to bring them in, where to find them.
To do it. Yep.
Yes. Okay, so that's the first part of cracking the booking code. The second part is that once you find them and you bring them in, they have to like what they see, right? Okay, so in a nutshell, just a little preview, what is it? What do we mean when we say they have to like what they see?
Well, I think about it in real estate terms, kind of like curb appeal. We want to sell our house. We already put up an ad with a realtor. They come to look at our pictures. It better be good looking pictures, right? You better have good curb appeal on your house. So, hey, your website is your business. We need to have that, have good curb appeal. I know it scares a lot of people, but there's ways to do it easy and effectively. and then it has to say the right words. And that's where Kate really comes in, because she knows, and our team, because she knows how to say it right. But you can't just have a beautiful, website and have no words on it that compels them to take an action with you.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they may look at it and never get on the phone with you.
Yes.
So can I expand, or is that good? Like what questions do you have?
Yeah, no, I think that's
a big
good. So
topic,
it
yeah.
is a big topic, and so I guess probably the biggest question that people
Mhm.
have is, does it have to be perfect?
No.
Okay.
Done is better than perfect, but let's perfectly work towards making it better.
Yes. Okay. So it's making sure that when they come in, that the picture looks good, that
Mhm.
the words are correct,
Correct.
all those kinds of things. And those are all things we're going to talk exactly
it
what we
doesn't?
mean by that. Right. Yeah, exactly.
How many sales are you losing because it doesn't,
Yes, exactly. So then the third part is making sure so you brought them in correctly.
Yep.
They like what they see. Now it's making sure we know how to close them correctly. So tell me about that.
There's a few ways. So there's some tech ways to help, and there's just some fundamental ways. So basically, you already got them to your website. You already
Mhm.
got them maybe on a text or even on Messenger.
Mhm.
We need to make sure that we move them over into a sale.
Mhm.
And so many people make it hard for people to connect with you. It's like hard to find
Yes.
it. Like, let's make it super easy on a cell phone or a desktop to be able to
Mhm.
find it nice and easy. So
Mhm.
that's step one. Just make it easy for them to give you their money and get on a call with you.
Yes.
Step two is like, how do I actually get them on a call with me? Or, people are closing over text pretty well too, but what
Mhm.
words do I say? So that's part of that whole
Mhm.
thing. And then using technology like CRMs or different things, we can teach you how to use that, so that we teach automation with personalization, so that you have
Mhm.
some automated help, which just happened to me a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I even told you, but like someone reached out to our automated text,
Yeah.
and I can reach back personally saying, oh, hey, this
Mhm.
is this. So, and then it's
Mhm.
the sales component. So many people have never heard anybody else close a booking, and there's many ways to do it, but there's some fundamentals that makes
Mhm.
sure that people book more with you. If you are asking more questions rather than just putting info into them, like really trying to get them to envision themselves emotionally into the situation.
Yes.
And we're going to teach you all about it, but um there's so much to talk about, but
I know,
like
it's
that's this. So having all
yeah.
those pieces together, can you imagine, only makes your business that much more bulletproof, whether in
Yeah.
this economy or not, or whatever. We want to get them from in the door, liking it, and then actually booking with you. If any piece of that chain is broken, then that's where we have to go in like a doctor and figure out what's going on, because otherwise it's just not going to work for you. You can't have a car with 3 tires. It needs to have all 4. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So it's really making sure that you know exactly first of all, knowing this order is such a big
Mhm.
first step, right? Is knowing that it needs to go in this order, because if one, like Nick just said, if there's any part of this that is broken in that 3-step
Mhm.
process, it's not going to work. You're not going to be getting the leads consistently that you need to, and not only getting them, but making sure you're converting them
Yes.
into bookings. Okay.
Not playing the lowering your price is a race to the bottom, like Ray and I always
Mhm.
joke about.
Yes, exactly. So making sure you know this order first, making sure that you know what you need to do in each step. This is going to be crucial for growing your business,
Mhm.
especially starting up into 2022, knowing that we have to really be on top of our game now. Okay. We are solidly in engagement season right now. We need to make sure that we
Yes.
have these things in place, so that way, as these couples are coming to us, they're super excited and they're ready to like start researching everything. We need to make sure that we're handling this the right way.
And if you don't know whether you're missing one of these steps, let us know. We have the whole challenge next week. Message us, whatever, because so many of you will get on a call and we'll look at it with a couple tools, or just looking at it and
Mhm.
say, "Oh, you're doing great, great, but you don't have the extra tire. Like, it's just not
Yeah,
working. Like,
right.
you got to have it. Let's fill it up, type thing." So
Yes.
many of you are so close to it. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Exactly. Because more than anything, we want you guys to know that you are an amazing wedding pro, right? Like, you went
yeah.
into this business because you're really good at what you do, and people want what you have to offer. A lot of times what we find the problem is that maybe it's just not knowing these types of steps, what needs to be
Yeah.
taken, what to do next,
The
which is what you
marketing
said
and
at the
business
start.
side of things is just kind of like, it's not what a lot of us signed up for, but you can't, they won't just come in. You have to do all the steps.
Absolutely. So that is exactly why we are doing this Booked and Busy training, which starts next Monday, December 13th, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here inside of the Book More Brides Tribe on Facebook. Make sure if you have not registered, go ahead and do that with the links that are here in the group. We'll be sure to post it in the comments here as well. But make sure you register, because this is the time of year to take this kind of action. Get everything set up so as these couples are coming to you and you are getting ready to give them the information that they need to be able to move them closer to a sale. Make sure that you have the tools that you need and all of the information to make sure you're doing this right and taking advantage of this wedding boom we're in.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys so much for being with us today. Make sure you register for the training. Now is the time to get yourself all booked up and busy for 2022. And we are going to be here helping you do this in this free training. So get registered today, and we will see you guys on Monday. Cannot wait. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.